y'all, I'm Carol Corey. Welcome back to my Creating Corner. I am so glad you're here. This is September 2025 and it's the fall and my paper pumpkin kit finally arrived and it is fall for Toile. I love everything about the season. I can't wait to see what's in this box. I love the colors, I love the leaves changing, the chill in the air, and it's September, so this is the month of my annual Great Cycle Challenge fundraiser. So 20% of all those kits y'all have ordered, I have donated to my fundraiser, and I'll have that information down below, maybe up top, we'll see. If you want to see how my progress has been. And that fundraising window is open through September 30th. So any kits ordered through my site by September 30th, that money will be donated this year. Starting October 1st, I'll be banking it again for next September. So if you want to check out my progress on my fundraiser for the Children's Cancer Research Fund, check out the link down below. But fall for Toile, I can't wait to get into this box and see what we have. And as much as I love the fall, I'll bet I'm going to end up wanting to do something different with the materials in this kit. You know we usually do go rogue a bit, kind of get chaotic a bit too. Well, let me get this down to the creating table and let's get started. Hang on. Oh, I can't wait to get into my paper pumpkin, the everything you need except the scissors box of fun. Usually it is cards. It's always a surprise, but like I say, usually it's cards. Maybe twice a year they'll have some other type of craft kit or treat bags or something, but you have a hint of what's coming, and if you don't want what you think it might be, then you can just pause your subscription for a month. Okay, let's see. It's upside down. Turn it over. Paper pumpkin! Okay, here are the stamps, and I can see right off we've got some leaves and some little pumpkins and some acorns. Wishing you the happiest of days. Thanks, warm wishes, and thinking of you. Very cute. Now this is the last month that the coordinating dies will be used. The Circle of Season dies. Every couple months, Stampin' Up! Will offer a set of dies that's like $12 extra. And if you're a subscriber, you can order them, and they coordinate with 3 months of paper pumpkin at a time. And this is the last month that these dies are coordinating with the paper pumpkin, and we have brand new ones for next month, for October, November, and December. Okay, let's see. It comes with a Cajun Craze Stampin' Spot. So if you need ink, there you've got your ink. If it's your very first kit, you'd even get a block included on which to mount your stamps. And then you just use that same block month after month. Like I say, everything you need, except maybe the scissors to get into the package, is included. Okay, so everything's nice and neat, so nothing gets jumbled around and ripped or torn or anything. There we go. Let's see what we have. Okay, we have our dimensionals. Add a little bit of depth to our projects. Let me get this, I'll open it when I need it. Oh, look at it, we've got some pre-cut ribbon. Nice. And here are the coordinating envelopes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Look at this paper. This coordinates with the autumn trees in the online specials, and no, it's in the annual catalog, I believe, but you can see it online. I'll put a link right here at the top of the screen so you can see this beautiful paper and the coordinating products. Oh, this is going to look great. So we're just going to have to use some of the current products, I think, with this set. Oh, how cute! How cute! The little cornfield. Very cute. Move those envelopes. And here are, isn't that lovely? This is the same as some of those designer series paper I was talking about. You know, they're always two-sided, and like one side will have this and the other side will have that. Let me see. I actually have some of it right here. Okay, these are more of the leaves, but this is from the set I was talking about. And see, on the back it's always something different. Oh, lovely. This is beautiful. It's going to coordinate so nicely with the autumn trees and all. Okay, so we've got these panels. We've got these card bases with the scenery. We've got the card bases with the grid. Ooh, we've got metallic leaves. Look at these coppery leaves. And in that same suite, you can get a whole sheets of the paper, the copper metallic paper. It's not really coppery. It's a little bit browner than that, just like this. Oh, how beautiful. Okay, and we've got some circles, some beige and white, and a couple little banners. Lovely. So this is making 9 cards. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. Look at that tree. Oh my gosh, that frame. Woo! Yes. Oh, how pretty. Oh, and look at the fox. How cute. And thankful. Oh, I love it. And the pumpkins. Oh, this is so pretty. We are going to have so much fun with this set. Let me see. Okay, here is, we fold this and we put some tear and tape down each side, and it makes a little black lined envelope to store your stamps in. And there you can see what the stamps are. Look at the flying geese. Oh, this is a beautiful set. Oh my golly, look at these cards. Oh, how pretty is that? Oh, look at the fox there. Oh, how sweet. Oh, I love it. Okay, and on the back, if you're not watching my video, you can click on the QR code right there and watch a Stampin' Up! Person put the kit together. And here is, of course, what the dies look like. I'm sure we'll use some of those after we do the kit cards. And then they always tell you exactly what should be included in the kit, and it lists out your coordinating colors if you want to change things up a little bit. Okay. And easy peasy pictorial directions to follow. Couldn't be easier. Oh, I just love this. Oh, this is going to be so cool. Oh, and look, this time they did include pre-cut ribbon, but if it's going to be twine or something, you don't even need a measuring tool. They give you one right along the bottom of your paper pumpkin directions. They think of everything. They think of everything. Oh, I'm excited. Well, as usual, we're going to put together one of each design and then see what else we can do with this gorgeous kit. Okay, let me clean everything up and get ready to do card number 1. Be right back. Okay, card number 1. I'm so excited. Let's take a look here. What do we have? We've got this gorgeous card base, and I'm going to take a bone folder and I'm going to give it a good press with bone folder and set that aside. We're going to use that laser cut. We're going to put some dimensionals on the back of the Thankful, and we are going to stamp in the Cajun Craze this cute little double acorn. And remember, it's round, so just get it in the middle and you just turn your little circle however you need. And it's always perfect. Okay, that is all we need for that. Let's grab this simple chamois, give that a clean so I don't mess anything up, and grab my handy dandy tweezers, and we're just going to put some dimensionals on the back of all this. Here we go. Oh, how lovely! That didn't take not 2 minutes to do. And look how nice that is. Or we can move it. I think I might want to prefer to move that up here perhaps, a little bit higher. that'll work. What I needed to do is take that off. I looked at the directions, but I put the directions, they're behind me. But I'm sure this is supposed to be a glue dot here. That's going to work much better. A glue dot there. Oops, pull the whole thing off. There we go. Perfection. Oh, I love it. I tell you what, if we're starting out like this, it is gonna be a fabulous kit. So let me get this cleaned up. I could just sit here and look at this card all night long, but we've got some more cards to get to. Hang on. Oops, it turned off. Okay, we're gonna put that right there in the middle. Oh, we're gonna have it come out to the side a little bit. There we go. There we are. Very good. Well, that was pretty, and pretty simple too. Okay, I think I like the first one better, but that's a nice, quick card to get done. Okay, let's see what number 3 is. Oh golly, I forgot to turn the camera on when I made this card. So what we did is, there are 3 leaf stamps. I put 2 on the block, and I inked it up with the Cajun Craze. I stamped the leaves off lightly on a scrap paper, and then I just stamped in a circle in the background here on this card base, and then used 2 sprays of leaves, and I think you saw the rest. Put the sentiment on. Oh well, you didn't miss much. It was just repeatedly stamping. So let's get to card number 3. Here we go, card number 3, so cute! We're using the grid card base, and we're going to use this cute cornfield, and we're going to use some pumpkin die cuts, and we're going to use that cute fox die cut, and we're going to stamp this banner. Okay, so let's do it. Oh, and we're also going to stamp some geese in the air. Okay, so let's get started with the stamping, and we're going to stamp the geese. Whoops. Around here we have geese. Y'all might have ducks flying around. I don't know. We don't. Okay. And we're going to stamp Thinking of You. Okay. If the stamp is smaller than the ink pad, whatever's smaller goes on top. This sentiment is long. I'm going to put it down so I can move my little stamping spot across it. You know, you can get, you can order these empty, no ink, and then with a couple refills, you just put whatever color you need in it, and it's great for traveling. Okay, I'm going to line it up straight on my grid paper. Thinking of you. There we go. Now I'm just going to put dimensionals on the back of everything. If you have our paper trimmer and your sealed envelope can fit through the opening on the presser bar, here you go. Because you might be thinking, how many layers of dimensionals? If your envelope can fit through this opening on your presser bar, it does not need, whoops, I snagged it. It does not need any extra postage. Just a little hint there. Okay, so let's put dimensionals on the backs of all these, and we are going to be good to go. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. That is so cute. And of course it has its coordinating envelope to go with it. Oh, these are so cute. Okay, well, this was a great start, but I tell you what, I think it's time for us to do a little bit of changes here and there and see what kind of magic we can see make happen. Hang on. Okay, for our first alternate card, the first thing I want to do really is take this card base and cut it in half because it is just so pretty. I don't want to waste. You can make two great card fronts, right? So I'm going to cut that in half, put the back aside, and always take a look because, okay, you see there? Can you see it on the screen? There's like a little lip. When you cut into the score line, you're going to end up with a little rounded edge. So you want to cut that off. Just a little teeny thing that is barely nothing. Okay, now it's smooth. Okay, so I've got a sheet of basic beige here, and the basic beige is 8.5 by 5.5, and I've scored it at 4 1/4. I'm going to give it a good crease. And I'm just going to take some liquid all-purpose glue, and I'm going to glue this card front down onto my basic beige, the new card base. Okay. And there we go. Do make sure when you're doing this that you have your card front the right direction. This particular card front is directional. Okay, now I'm going to just throw a couple of these dimensionals on the back of this die cut or laser cut panel, just like we did with card number 1. Okay, now I have a couple of options here that I can do. I can either take the pumpkins and put the pumpkins right there. See, we could do the pumpkins with thankful. We can put the thankful up here. Of course, they would be on dimensionals. Or we could take the fox and put the fox right there. I'm going to put the fox right here. Okay, let me throw a couple dimensionals on the back of him. Okay, before I turn the camera back on for this card, I did stamp the thinking of you on. Let me get this here so you can see it better. I did stamp the thinking of you on one of the banners that came in the kit. You do get extra banners. You get 4, I believe, but you only need 3 of them. Okay, so I did that, but you see it's really pretty bright. So I'm going to take a little bit of crumb cake, and I'm just going to sponge it very lightly just to knock the bright off. Oh, I have another idea to do too with this. Something we could do. Okay, just a little bit, just to make it not quite so white. Let me come in from the side there. And we can see that looks much better having it like that. Now I think I'm going to put it up high. No, I'll keep it down low and keep the weight of the card down low. So I'm going to put some glue dots on one end and a dimensional on the other. The glue dots on the end where it's going to cross the leaves, and a dimensional where it's going to be on the card itself. There we go. Thinking of you. Oh, I think that's so sweet. I think that's sweet. Okay, I'm going to use the back of this to do the card with the pumpkin, but I'm going to do something a little bit different.
Hang on,
I'm
just a
going to
second.
do it on the inside of this card. I did have a sweet Stampin' Friend message and ask exactly how to emboss, powder emboss. So let me show you. If you don't know how to powder emboss, here we go. There's a couple different things you can do. This is probably the easiest. Now, our new embossing powders are these Wow embossing powders. They are anti-static. So leave them in these original containers and you shouldn't have a problem with static. Y'all know what that is if you've ever embossed before. And sometimes the powder will stick to other places on the card. That's because of static. So I haven't opened these yet because, what did I do with it? I just had it. Here we go. I still have some of the old powder left, and as you see, I just keep them in a Rubbermaid container. It's not that big of a deal to me. So just to make sure that my powder doesn't go anywhere, that I don't want it, I have got an embossing buddy. This is filled with powder, and you just kind of tap it where you're going to be embossing so that only where the ink is will the powder stick. Okay. I'm using my clear embossing powder. This is how you can emboss in whatever color you want. You're going to need a Versamark pad. This is a clear, it's like a watermark pad, but it stays sticky for really quite a while, so you can go ahead and stamp a lot of images and then you have time to go back and emboss them. If you stamp an image with a regular ink pad, if you huff on it, and what I mean by huffing is you pick it up close to your mouth and you blow on it, that helps add moisture back to it. But I find the easiest way to make sure that my color stays wet enough is to first use the Versamark. So what I'm going to do, in the paper pumpkin kit, you did get these cute little acorn stamps. So on the inside of this card, I'm going to emboss the acorns in Pecan Pie. Okay? So I put some embossing buddy down on my card front, where I'm going to be stamping it. I've got my clean stamps. They do look a little stained. Let me get my simple chamois, make sure that this stamp is clean. Okay, now, this is clear. It's not going to transfer color anywhere. So you can take your Versamark pad and stamp your image in your Versamark. Now your image is covered in that clear Versamark, and I'll tell you, a lot of times people will take their photopolymers, stamp it in the Versamark, and just let it dry, and that does seem to kind of help reduce staining. But I've got my Versamark on here. Now I can go to the ink pad of my choice, any color I want. I'm going to do the Pecan Pie, and it's got the Versamark, so I've got time, and I'm just going to stamp it in the corner of the inside of this card. And before I use my powder, I'm going to cover my Versamark and shut my ink pad to make sure I don't get any powder on either pad. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to pour my clear embossing powder over my stamped image. There we go. Close it before you turn your heat gun on, because if you accidentally aim your heat gun at your embossing powder, you will have a mess. But okay, so now I've got clear embossing powder over my image. So I'm going to take my heat gun. Now the Stampin' Up! Heat gun has got two different settings. It has a low and a high. I just use the high. The low is good if you are going to be embossing on acetate window sheet or maybe vellum. You know, start out on low. And if you're using a very lightweight product, say you ran out of your Stampin' Up! Quality window sheets, so you went and bought some at a big box store, it tends to be a lot thinner and more delicate, so you'd probably want the low. It takes a lot longer to emboss on low heat. Well, it doesn't take 10 minutes, but it's quicker with the high. I usually just do high. Okay, so then you turn it on, and it is loud. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with your heat gun if it sounds like that. And then you just aim it at your image. Keep your hands away from it. If you're doing it on a small image or a small sentiment, say you had something the size of this thankful. You're not going to want to hold it like this with the heat gun. You're going to want to use tweezers. Okay. Or put it on the table and hold it in place with your take your pick tool. Just keep your fingers out of the way of the heat. Okay. Now you'll watch and you can tell when the embossing is done, because as this clear powder melts, the pecan pie is going to get a little shiny. Okay, one acorn is done, the other is not. You see the difference? When you're embossing, make sure your entire image is shiny so that you don't wipe off the powder. And there you go. And that is how you powder emboss. And now it's shiny, it's you can feel it, and that is resistant to inks. So if you emboss an image and then you want to use a blending brush, to kind of add some color around it, it will resist the color. Let me grab, here we go, here's some Timid Tiger. I'll show you, since I have orange right here. Always start off the paper. There you go. A little orange glow around the embossed image. And grab a tissue, and I'm going to wipe the embossed part, and it wipes right off, and there you've got your embossed image with a nice little glow around it from your sponging technique. So that's a fun thing to do, and that's cute to open the card, and there's a little acorn there, a little embossed acorn with some shadowing around it. Okay, well that is a cute alternate, I think. Very simple, except for the embossing, this is using everything from your kit. Okay, and don't forget how cute it looked with the pumpkins in place too. I did say that the kit this month coordinated with one of our sweets. Let me show you this sweet. So I'm going to be using some products from it for my next card. This is the Amber Toile Sweet Collection. We have two stamp sets, Amber Autumn, which I think is just beautiful, and Autumn Trees. And both of these do have coordinating dies with them. And look at these gorgeous papers. I just love the papers. And there's the metallic. It's kind of a chocolate metallic. Let me grab them and let you see it. Okay, this is the metallic paper that comes in the suite. And this is like what the metallic leaves from the kits seem to be. See, it's the same color. So it's kind of a chocolatey. It's called earthen metallic. Earthen toned metallic. Isn't that pretty? Let me just go ahead and show you the rest of the suite, because I am going to be using a suite product for my next card. We do have Amber Autumn, which does have its dies that go along with it. Beautiful set of pumpkin and gourds and autumn wishes. Blessed to have you in my life. And we have these papers that go along with it. This, all of our papers are two-sided. So this is what one of our sheets is. It's this very cute plaid and on the back is this chocolate, and there is a little bit of a design in there, and it's kind of like a leaf design, but it's very subtle. And then we have a brighter plaid, and on the back is this distressed beige. And we have this with the gold leaves and ivies in it on the back of the brown and Cajun Craze toned leaves. And this is metallic. The little veins in the leaves are metallic-y. We have this bright green stripe on the back of this heavy wood. And this, it's the Cajun Craze, and it's got like little kind of lines of like an ivy. And on the back is this Happy Fall paper. And then we have this, it's kind of like a crosshatch or a grid idea. And on the back is the brown leaves. Okay, so that is one set of the papers that go along with this. And here is the other set of papers. This set comes with 3 sheets. The other set comes 2 sheets of each design. This set is the amber toile paper, and it does have 3 sheets of each design. So you've got one that's this lovely brown stripe, and it has these cute fox on the other side. And then we've got the pumpkin scenery, and on the back of the pumpkin scenery we have this nice neutral gray. And here is some more of that ivy look, and on the back of the ivy look is kind of like the duck hunter scene, or I guess quail. And then we also have this brown grid paper, which is just like one of our card bases, on the back of this beautiful scenery card, which is, of course, a different color of this card base. Okay, so those are the papers, and the other stamp set that goes along with this. Oh, and here's the ribbon. Is that not so cool? I love this ribbon. I think it's really neat. But the other stamp set is Autumn Trees, and this is a beautiful stamp set, but these dies are awesome. Here you've got your tree, the outline, as well as a detailed, and then you've got where you can cut the canopy out with another color, and here's for the smaller tree, here's the little hummocks and the deer. And then we have this. This is what I'm going to use for the next card. The next card has a pop-up feature, and we're going to use that little deer edgelet from the Autumn Trees die set. We are also going to use the Hello die from the coordinating dies that go along with this month's Paper Pumpkin kit. Now, one thing I do want to point out, this circle right here is the same size as the circle that comes with your kit materials. It's the same size as that circle. Okay, and then we've got this that makes an awesome little, you put these together and you get an awesome little acorn, which I have right here that I cut out and put together. Okay, so for our next card, I need this original kind of distressed card front. I'm going to go ahead and fold it and score it. There we go. I need my geese. What else do I need? Okay, I've got my deer here. What I need to do, what I did, I have a white card base here, and it was cut originally at 5.5 by 8.5. Okay, that's 5.5 by 8.5. What I want to do is trim just the very, like a 32nd of an inch. Okay, I'm going to bring it just over the cutting track. You see that? I'm just going to cover the cutting track. And I need to cut that much off of each side. If you want to do the math, you can just make one cut, but for me, it's easier just to turn it around and take just a smidge off of each side, kind of like cutting out the score line. Okay. The reason I need it a little bit shorter is we're going to put it inside this card. Okay, this is going to be my pop-up feature. So I've got it scored. Oops. I don't need it scored particularly tight. Okay. Now, because it's folded inside the card, that's why I needed it to be cut a little bit short. Okay, there we go. What I'm going to do to the front, and by the magic of television, or whatever, I'm going to I cut the word hello out of Timid Tiger. That cute little orange right there is called Timid Tiger, okay? I had a Timid Tiger piece of paper, of cardstock. I put some adhesive sheet on the back. I did the same thing with some pecan pie. I put our adhesive sheet on the back. When you use adhesive sheet, it turns whatever you're using into a sticker. So let me find my other hello word. Okay, I'm going to start out by stamping. I keep knocking this onto the floor. I need to hurry up and get it on the card. Okay, so I'm going to start out by inking up my geese with my Cajun Craze. I think I might put a couple of them on here. There we go. And good. Now I've got these two leaf sprays. I'm going to pop some dimensionals onto the back of them. Okay. Now with my card front, like so. And like so. Now I'm going to take my hello. Here I've cut it out in, need to move this over a little bit. Okay, when you put something down that you don't really, that you need to move, with your Take Your Pick tool, you pull out your piercing side and you turn it over, and there is a palette. And the palette end goes right up underneath your adhesives, right up under that dimensionals, and gets it off the paper without damaging anything. It's awesome. I love my Take Your Pick tool. And that one I didn't press down, so perfect. Okay, so I'm going to set my hello here so I can check the placement. Move my leaves a little bit, like there, and there. You don't want to go over the edge of the card because then it won't get in the envelope. Okay. There we go. Let me see. I'm going to throw another dimensional behind there. Sometimes when you take it off, it's no longer sticky, so you just put another one. There we go. Okay, now that's moved over a bit. Now, this is my pecan pie that I cut out with the coordinating die set for the paper pumpkin. I backed it with adhesive sheet. Now I just got to get the protectant off. You know, all of our adhesives have that wax protectant. You know, the dimensionals. You always see me pulling them off the blue dots and everything. That's what the adhesive sheet is. Okay, so I'm going to put this hello just like so. You can tuck up under that leaf, that's okay. And now I'm going to take my Timid Tiger sentiment and I'm going to very slightly off-center it. Just so it has a little bit of a shadow behind it. Slightly off sides. And I chose the pecan pie over black because I didn't want such a stark thing. So there we go. So there you have a nice cheery hello. Okay, now we're going to do the pop-up for the inside. So here I've got a white card base. It's cut almost to the same size. It's just a little bit shaved shorter. There I've got the crease there, but I haven't hit it with the bone folder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this deer die, isn't that cute? And I'm going to put it right in the middle, right about there. And because this is a shaky table, I'm going to take it over to the counter and I'm going to run it through the Big Shot. And I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's see how this turned out. Carefully remove the die. Remember, this was from the Amber Autumn die set. Okay, so we have got a little piece hanging there. There we go. Okay, I want this. Okay, so I had it scored where it's folding, right? I want this bottom fold to come up this way so that when everything folds, it's going to fold shut like that. Okay, and then when you open the card, you'll have that. Okay. So, a little bit of liquid glue on here. Oh, not on the part that's going to move. Make sure you just have it on the regular card itself. We're going to set it into, do I have it on the edge there? Yeah. So we're going to set it right in here into the middle. There we go. Close and press. Open this up. Add some glue, close and press. And when you open it up, you have your deer. Isn't that cute? Now you can just go ahead and stamp whatever you want on the inside. Maybe we'll take the stamps from the stamp set. How about these two little leaves that we had? Let's see, how would that look? Yeah. That's cute. And where is the other sentiment? How about this? Wishing you the happiest of days. Let's ink that one up. Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. I love the grid paper, so you can make sure that your card is straight, and then you can get your sentiment straight. Oh, isn't that lovely? Hello! And then open it up, wishing you the happiest of days, and you've got the pop-up there. How cute is that? Ah, I love it, I love it. Okay, well, let me clean everything up, and let's take a look at the cards that we've made together. The September 2025 Paper Pumpkin. Okay, this is such a pretty kit. Let's see, the first card we did was this beautiful Thankful card. It's got a nice little framing, got little acorns, and that is just precious. The second card we did, we stamped a background onto a distressed card front, added some colorful leaves, some metallic leaves and ribbon, and a happy little sentiment, wishing you the happiest of days. And for the third and final design in the kit, we have Thinking of You. I love it. I love it with the cornfield and the geese and the little fox and the pumpkins. This is everything you'd want. But of course, we have to go a little rogue. And our first card, I cut this card base in half, so I mounted it on some basic beige, did the frame on here, and instead of just the thankful with the acorns, I put the little fox right there with a thinking of you. And remember the, you could always do the pumpkins instead of the fox. And then for our second alternate card, we have this simple hello, but when you open it up, you have that fabulous pop-up. I hope I've inspired you a little bit to just move beyond the kit's instructions as they send it to you, but of course, you know, you can just go ahead and put them all together the way that they're intended in the kit, and they're just beautiful anyway. They come with coordinating, well, the coordinating dies they don't come with, but there are the coordinating dies, the Circle of Season dies. This is the last month that these dies will coordinate with the paper pumpkin. A whole new one comes out October 1st, and the whole amber toile, was it, oh, what was the name of that suite? But the whole suite with the amber trees and the beautiful papers, and that's where we got the die from for the pop-up in here. So, I mean, that will help you just really use your imagination. So anyways, I hope you like my cards. Remember, I'm still taking donations. The donation window is open until September 30th for the Great Cycle Challenge, my fundraiser for the Children's Cancer Research Fund. And 20% of every kit that you purchase from my site does get donated straight to my September fundraiser. Every kit that is purchased through September 30th will be donated this month, and then starting in October, I'll be banking that 20% of each kit to add next month. So I'll put those links down below if you want to take a look and see what it's all about. But anyways, thank you so much for joining me. If you're not subscribed, I hope you do, so you can come back and play again. And you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Bye now. Keep making that world a beautiful place.